Guys, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, okay? I mean, they look really loved up. They seem happy, even in pictures where they don't know they're being taken. They're kissing, they're hugging, they're cuddly, they're loved up. But I know there's a lot of drama going on around Blake right now in the film with Justin Baldoni. I think that's how you pronounce it. So let's have a look in the energy between them both, okay? I will say straight away, if there is any drama in their lives, they're the type of couple that actually get stronger and bonds. Whereas some couples, I'm not going to mention any names, not talking about who you think, by the way, the Royals or anyone like that. If they're narcissistic, if they're two narcissistic people, if anything goes wrong or one of them does a mistake and they get bad publicity, then they will blame each other. They will blame each other. So just to get that across. But let's see how these guys are. I have never read for them in my life. I will just say Blake, when she goes to the Met, best dresses ever, honestly. Every time she wears something, I'm like, wow, wow. Let's have a look. So Blake, how do you feel about Ryan right now? How do you feel about Ryan? I'm going to look again at the months going forward. How do you feel about Ryan? There have been difficulties. I think, I'll tell you in a minute, by the way, going forwards, there is a bit of back and forth here between them, actually, which is normal in couples, guys, in relationships. I feel with this Pentacles energy here, you can't really see these guys here. We got the family card here, happy families card, but then we have her being torn as well at the moment. And the Hermit means going into herself more. Now, do you know what? It's really weird what I was just saying about the narcissist thing. I don't know enough about Ryan, okay? But I do feel because she has stepped into her own career and her own power as such, it has caused a few conflicts. I would say he's got enough of an ego that he would see her potentially as competition. Now, she pretty much, from what I understood, stepped back to have children, but now she's stepping out of the mother role. And there has been some, I hearing the word discord around that and some difficulties, but she feels they can overcome. Now, I do feel, like I said, her star rising. I heard the word her star rising. Now, whether you like her or not, her star is rising. The fact that, you know, this film is just coming out and she's like a fashion icon to people as well, okay? No matter what you say, I feel that will still go, you know? Now, what I'm getting from her is, you know that Gwyneth Paltrow, that really famous quote where she said, you know, how did it affect you, the skiing, you know, the accident, Gwyneth? And she said something like, well, we lost half a day skiing after this guy had horrendous injuries. But everyone was like, oh, that's really funny. Gwyneth is so cool. That's really funny. She said that. She's so deadpan. It didn't affect Gwyneth whatsoever. It really didn't. If anything, there were loads of memes everywhere and people talking about her. And if anything, she completely blew up over TikTok and had loads of new followers over it. It's that kind of thing. If she even sticks, no matter what goes on with her personal life, I think with the fashion thing and the dresses and the Met and what she wears, she will always be able to fall back on that. You know, it's like, kind of like, I'm hearing the word, I don't want to say this, guys, because I don't know enough about her at all, but you know the word, you know the film Mean Girls, Regina? It's a bit like that. Like, even though you may hate her, everyone's like, yeah, but she's so cool if you see what she's wearing. And that's the only way I can explain it. It's very hard to explain it, but I feel she's going to start to want to take off in her career. And again, I'm hearing the word discord. It could cause some issues. She's torn herself between her family or stepping out into her own power and being seen as a successful woman in her own right. I feel this is what she's struggling with. It's not just Ryan, it's her beliefs as well. She's struggling right now over that, okay? Stepping back, people saying stepping back. Now, because of this and this feud going on, I feel she feels even more. Should she have even stepped forward in the first place? Should she just kept quiet? So I feel she's at a limbo stage right now. So even if she does step back from filming, like I said, she's still going to be seen in the fashion world, you know? She's still going to be making an impact there. She always will. I feel she always will. But when I look at their relationship going forward, it's kind of like most relationships, to be honest. It's on and off. You get moments where I sense he could be backing off from her and doing his own thing. She has her role to play. Now, her role to play for him has been the mother, looking after the kids. So he likes the idea that he can back off and work on his projects, and she's holding the fort. I'm hearing holding the fort down, okay? So he likes that, and he likes going away, and he likes to charge back in with his Knight of Swords and reconnect with her, that kind of energy, and give to her and be generous to her. But I will say he pretty much is, he makes the decisions in the relationship, and he wants to do his own thing. And she's pretty much expected to be molded. I'm seeing her molded out of clay to fit a certain role, and now she's stepping out. So now she's stepping out, I feel she's going to get a taste of it again and want more of it, and that's what could cause some issues going forward for them. Now I'm on about in the years ahead, guys. I don't see any splits there in the cards or anything like that. I see right now it's trying to get the balance right in the back and forth. But I feel like he's had his chance and he's chased his dreams, and now she wants to chase hers as well. Now, I don't know, I know this guy was directing and she was trying to direct the film. Has she ever directed? I do feel she could even go behind the scenes more to do with more directing than actually being an actress, by the way. She doesn't like the backlash from everything that's happened. It's almost like to be behind the scenes rather than be the main star, I feel. She wants to prove herself, definitely, when it comes to writing and directing rather than just being an actress. She wants more accolades, I keep hearing. She wants more there than just, oh, you're really good at acting, or, you know. She needs more. She needs more. And I feel as she steps into her power, it's going to cause some issues, especially with Ryan, who's used to being dominant and getting his own way and doing what he wants and taking off. I mean, you see him saying he's the breadwinner, but really it's an ego thing as well, and he wants to do what he wants to do. And I keep hearing she's holding the fort. She's staying there with the kids, looking after the castle, so to speak. He's the breadwinner, but at the same time, the breadwinner is following his dreams and has complete freedom to travel and do whatever he wants. I feel that's what's going to cause the issues. Now let's have a quick look how, that was both of them there. How does Ryan feel about her? How does Ryan feel about her? How does Ryan feel about her? I keep hearing her stepping out more and him struggling with that a bit. They're very much in love, by the way. They are loved up. There's no denying that. They're loved up, but I think this is going to start to come in. Let's see, Ryan, how do you feel about her? It's still this on and off energy. Ryan, how do you feel about her? It's still this on and off energy, the whole thing. I'm not getting a divorce or anything. Remember, I read months ahead. I don't read years ahead, okay? The whole energy around it is, again, he sees her as the Queen of Wands, somebody that's very creative, very, very outgoing. This is usually the card of singers and artists and actors and people along those lines, by the way. He sees her as that. He sees her like the wish come true, like a great wife. But the thing is with this, she's a great wife on his terms. She's not a great wife on her terms, as in what she wants out of this and what she wants out of life. And I keep hearing the word discord with them. We do get, again, with her work comes some painful decisions. So she goes back to work. She's going to obviously have to pick her job over her family, kids, and want to go. There's loads of mums, guys, that work full time, okay, and they've got kids, or they want to work full time. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel that's where he's going to struggle. Going forward, again, no divorce cards, no anger cards as such. The love's there. They're still loved up. They still got a good family unit. But there's still this blocking energy, what I feel from him, about the specific things that she can do and can't do, or he won't be happy if she pulls away too much. But there you go. Guys, her wanting to do her own thing, he's going to want to block it. And the tower moment means things could come crashing down. And again, that's the only negative card I've had in the whole pack, by the way, about anything coming crashing down. And I feel it's because she wants her independence. She's looking out at other options. This isn't romantic options. This is career options. What does she want now? She's done the mum role now. Now it's her time. She wants her time. She wants him to support her more. And that's what I think he's going to struggle with, the biggest star. Just her being the biggest star. Death cards. See, so the cards are coming out now that if she goes her own way and wants to do her own projects and her own film roles, yes, there's a lot of tension there. Yes, I feel arguments. The death card can mean endings. So that only came out at the very end of this reading, at the very end, if she wants to do her independence and do her own thing. Okay? Now, I do wonder, when I said about that narcissism comment, that if you have two people that are narcissistic in a relationship, if one does something and they get a lot of backlash in the public eye, the other one won't be happy about it. I do wonder if I said that because it does relate to them now. Because looking at this, I feel he's the type to put her off if something goes wrong and say, well, look how the last one turned out, do you want all that backlash again? Rather than supporting her and say, look, everyone has stumbling blocks, you've learned from this, you need to do it better next time, or you'll learn from it. He doesn't seem to be the person to be like, you'll learn from it. I feel it's more, do you want that backlash on us? What will it do to me? It's only small, not hugely, but there is something, there's a nib of that in there. I sense it, I just feel it. But overall, there is love there, still the Page of Cups. It's messy. It is messy going forward. I'm not going to lie. And I feel their relationship's going to be very much on and off in the longer term if she wants to be independent and do her own thing and be her own person and have her own career. We have him not committed to the relationship, or it's almost like trying to win her back to be in the role she was previously, but she doesn't really want that role. She wants to do her own thing. So it's not going to be easy for them. And like I said, usually, in a relationship, you try and be understanding and say, I've had my time, now it's your time, I'll try and support you. But in this, because they're both stars, like, when I do this, by the way, guys, these are the words I hear, okay? So, my little rabbit is. Because they're kind of both seen as stars, I do feel he has enough narcissism in him that if her career took off and she became the bigger person, in films and stuff, yeah, he would struggle with that. I feel he would struggle with that. And I feel her being, I'm hearing the word runaway train. I feel she could be a runaway train and just put herself out there and just really take off with it all. And I feel the more he tries to, oh my God, I'm getting, when you get cattle, you get cowboys. Oh my God, guys, I'd love to go to Texas and see a ranch. Okay, back to this. I'm getting, oh bloody hell, guys, what, a corral, That's like say it. And you're getting all the cattle, and the cattle are going in, and he wants to close her off. It's like the family and her are in this corral. He's the cowboy. He decides what happens, what goes. He decides what comes, what goes. I'm even seeing the horses come in and stuff, like opportunities, but he's choosing what's going to come in and what's not into this little corral. This is this image I'm seeing. So that control is going to start to get to her. The older she gets, the more independent she gets, that taste she gets, especially of power. She does want to feel her own power. Now, I don't feel she's going to feel her own power just by being a role in someone else's film. I feel she's going to feel her own power by directing her own film or writing it. So I don't know about the directing side yet. I need to look into this now and see if she's done any of that. But she wants her own power. She wants a place in Hollywood as being a powerful woman in her own right. And once she starts to go into that realm, that's when it's going to start to fall apart. He needs somebody, probably, say in about 5 to 10 years' time, probably somebody younger that's going to, I'm hearing the word fawn over him. Someone's going to fawn over him. Oh, you're so great. She won't be that person. I know, I see her going a different route. I feel her being more directing in future. So I'm going to Google that now, because I don't know if she does. Let's just check right now, guys. Does Blake Lively? I don't think she does any directing. Can't see right now. Yeah, so she's done a directorial project on something called Project Sandman. Has Blake Lively directed? No, she's only, it says here, but this could be an old article. She's only directed a music video so far, okay? But we'll have to see what happens there, guys. We will have to see what happens, because I think she's going to go more into that role. She needs more than just being an actress. So let me know what you think about them. I've never read for them before, but I think the more she steps out into her own power, the more it's going to cause problems in their marriage. All right, love you guys. Bye.